Have you ever felt like a small boat facing a tidal wave? Like you're about to be crushed by a competitor 10 times your size. Today, I'm going to share the story of a small shop owner who faced this exact situation and how he used ancient strategies from Sun Tzu's Art of War to not just survive, but thrive. On a quiet street stood a cozy coffee shop named 3MC. The owner, a calm, sharp man named Leo, had built a beloved local spot over 4 years. But peace in business rarely lasts. One morning, the news hit. A giant national coffee chain was opening a new branch right across the street. The whispers started immediately. "He's doomed," people said. "There's no way he can compete." His staff was nervous, but Leo remained calm. He knew that battles aren't won on the street. They're won in the mind, and he had a plan. Leo's first strategy came from Sun Tzu's chapter on waging war. War is costly. You must strike swiftly and win quickly. Dragging out a fight drains your resources and morale. Leo knew he had 45 days before the chain opened. If he waited to react, he'd be finished. So, he acted first. In week 1, he closed his shop for just 2 days for a rapid renovation. His team worked through the night, rerouting the furniture, adding warm lighting, and creating a new forest and water theme. It was fast and precise. In week 2, he launched a new menu, not with discounts, but with unique, high-quality items, specialty hand-roasted coffee, cold-pressed juices, and homemade pastries from his wife's kitchen. Quality, not price, was his weapon. In week 3, he focused on loyalty. He personally messaged his longtime customers, inviting them to try the new menu and offering a small, homemade gift. It wasn't a promotion, it was a gesture of sincerity. The results, before the coffee giant even opened its doors, 3MC's revenue had already jumped by 18%. Old customers flocked back, and new ones discovered the shop. This is waging war in action. Strike before the threat grows, act before your opponent moves, and end a crisis before it truly begins. But what happens when the enemy finally arrives? This is where Leo's second strategy came into play. From Sun Tzu's chapter on attack by stratagem, the supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. True victory isn't about crushing your opponent. It's about making them irrelevant. On the chain's grand opening day, the street was chaotic. Long lines, loud promotions, ... Everyone wanted to try the new place. Leo watched from his doorway, and he smiled. He had no intention of fighting them head-on. He had studied their weaknesses, strong branding, but a weak emotional connection. High foot traffic, but industrial, impersonal service. Their loud, busy environment was great for a quick coffee run, but terrible for quiet work or a peaceful conversation. So, Leo doubled down on his strengths. He introduced quiet hours in the morning, with no loud music and reserved seats for people who needed a peaceful place to work. His goal wasn't to compete on price, but to make customers feel that comparing the two shops was meaningless. They offered completely different experiences. Then, he did something no one expected. He walked across the street and gifted the new manager a basket of his wife's homemade pastries. "Congratulations," he said. "I wish both our shops bring warmth to this neighborhood." They were stunned. This is the essence of attacking by stratagem, winning with intelligence, not aggression. That same evening, several employees from the chain came over to 3MC to try the drinks. They were so impressed that they later started telling their own customers, "If you want a quiet place to work, the shop across the street is perfect." Leo didn't have to fight. His competitor started sending customers directly to him. 3 months later, the chain was still busy, attracting the loud, short-term crowd. Meanwhile, 3MC grew steadily, quietly, and sustainably. Leo didn't win by defeating his rival. He won by understanding himself, understanding them, and refusing to play their game. The lesson here is powerful. Waging war is about acting fast to handle immediate threats. Attack by stratagem is about using intelligence and subtlety for long-term victory. Not every battle needs to be a direct confrontation. Sometimes, the greatest victories are won without fighting at all. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below.